So we're here with Thomas Gilman at the USA Wrestling National Headquarters. He's out visiting with our national coaches and talking about the year that just passed. So how's it been out here? It's a good time for you to catch up with the national coaches and go over what's happening, what's going on ahead for you?
Yeah, it's been good. Watching some film that I haven't been able to watch yet and kind of break it down and learn and evaluate and figure out how we're going to move forward. And but also nice to be here at the headquarters and meet some of the people around here and figure out who makes things happen and put names to faces. So it's been a good time.
What's it been like since you got back from the Worlds? First Senior World Tournament, and you came back with a silver medal, and you're on a championship world team, which is pretty rare around here. So has it been kind of fun for you to come back to Iowa where they care about wrestling with that level of success?
I think it's been fun. I don't know, I think it has humbled me even more, just coming back and realizing that there's still work to be done. I mean, even if I was a world champion, there'd be work to be done. So I think being in the presence of the Iowa room and having so many great people around me just keeps me focused on the ultimate goal. And I got introduced at the Iowa-Penn State football game during one of the timeouts, so that was pretty neat. Maybe not necessarily my thing, but I think it was good for the fans, and we had recruits in, so it's good for them to see that kind of spotlight they can strive for.
So it's the first Senior Worlds, but you've got a lot of age group world tournaments before. Did that help you? I mean, this team that won didn't have a bunch of guys from the senior teams, but almost all of you had some kind of an age group medal. Did you feel comfortable going into that first Worlds that it was nothing that you weren't used to and couldn't handle?
Yeah, definitely felt more comfortable just having those other tournaments under my belt. Maybe just traveling overseas and competing overseas in general kind of made me feel a little more at ease, because you realize that every time you go overseas, things are going to be different. You're going to be a different country, even if you're the same country, different city. Things aren't always going to go as planned, so you just got to kind of, almost fly by the seat of your pants a little bit and just control what you can control. And I learned that in my other trips overseas. So just having that mindset going in and just knowing I can control certain things, I can't others. So just that experience helped me a lot.
So let's roll back a few months. The NCAA tournament's over, and you have to go to a last chance qualifier just to have a chance to be in the field for the World Team Trials. I mean, what's the journey been like since then? I know you even had a tough match in that qualifier, and then here you are as a silver medalist a few months later. What was that journey like? Obviously, there had to have been some growth in there too, right?
Yeah, it was kind of a crazy journey. Right after the Nationals, we kind of looked at the calendar and that was the one thing that we were kind of, putting our eggs in that basket. We weren't going to go to the Open, just didn't make sense at the time. So went to the last chance qualifier, and then after that, the ball was just rolling, and it was only stopped by one guy really at the end. But yeah, it's kind of like looking back, it's been an amazing journey, and now that I have time to reflect on it, it's been really crazy. You're in the trenches there, and your nose to the grindstone. You don't really notice the progress you make, but looking back, I mean, I made progress every single day. I got better, became a better wrestler, better person, better man every single day, and I think that really helped me get that silver medal at the end of the day. So just so much learning. It's crazy to think about, from the last chance qualifier through the trials and then through Spain and then through Paris. I mean, there's so much I needed to learn. I did learn from my coaches and my teammates, and it was a crazy experience. I'm looking forward to doing it all again.
I mean, the World Team Trials was quite an experience. You got some people back. You won some really close matches. I mean, what helped you peak there? Because without that tournament, you don't even get a chance to go to Paris, right?
Right. I think just my mindset. I was on a mission, and there was nobody going to stop me. I needed to right some wrongs. And I set out to right those wrongs. I wanted to prove that the past is the past, and moving forward, I'm a different person, different wrestler. And I feel like I accomplished that, and I just went there on a mission, and with the support of my coaches and teammates, I got it done.
Was there one match or one exchange in one of the matches during the Worlds that you really thought you were showing what all the preparation had led up to? Because you had tough challenges to get to the finals, right?
Yeah, I think I don't know if one particular match or sequence can sum that up, but just going out there, and I think, you know what does sum it up is the way I approach the mat. You know, they try to hold you back in that bullpen area, and I just kind of, you know, my thing is to run out to the mat and be fired up and be ready to go, you know. And so I think that just running out there every time, no matter who was stopping me, you know, trying to hold me back, you know, just setting the tone of the match before the match even started. You know, even if, you know, I was blue most of the time, so they're holding me, wanting me to stay back in that bullpen, so they let red get up on the mat and they let blue go. But just, you know, once I heard my name, I sprinted out there and I got on that mat before that guy, and I freaking had Terry Brands right behind me running. I knew it every time. And so, I mean, it fires me up just thinking about that. So I don't know if that answers the question or not, but that's one thing that comes to mind.
So obviously you've set high goals. You were going to go win that tournament. It didn't happen. Do you feel there are certain specific areas you've been able to even look at since you've come back that you know will make a difference for the next time you get that opportunity?
Yeah, of course, just tighten up my offense. We talked about it earlier upstairs. You know, my rate of attack and my offense is good. You know, not having a problem pulling the trigger anymore. Maybe that was the case earlier in my life, but not right now. But just need to be more consistent in my attacks. You know, when I shoot, I get to the leg. So just tightening things up where I'm not getting extended, taking a little bit more time with the setups, and just early in a match, just being patient. You know, I'm kind of guy that gets himself a little wound up, wired up. So just having patience early in the match, knowing that I don't need to blow it open right away. It, you know, can take a little time there and work on the guy, and then get to my good attacks. I
mean, how much better are you going to have to get to be the champ? I mean, that's every year it's a moving target, right?
Yeah, it's kind of a funny question or an answer, I guess. A lot better, but a little bit better. Because, I mean, obviously I'm right there, I'm at the top, but the amount of effort it's going to take to get this much farther it takes, you know, extreme effort and extreme energy. So although the distance I have to cover isn't far, but the energy and effort it's going to take it's going to take a lot.
Well, we appreciate your time, Thomas. Thank you, man.
Thank you.